Good morning. You know, I think the globalists have their own groups, like we do. Maybe closed groups, even on Facebook. They are called We Who Hate Trump or Globalist Forever. Yeah, and they are chatting, making plans. The reason I think this is because they are attacking very much at the same time, in a similar way, you see. We had this incident recently where Trudeau was attacking Trump, in a way, in a public speech. And we had Macron doing the same thing, see. And also Angela Merkel. And this is a warning to you. This is Angela Merkel speaking. You might feel a bit sick. Okay, so this is what she says. Most of the challenges today cannot be solved by one nation alone, but together. She's pretending that there is a problem, really. That as if a nationalist government won't solve problems together with other nations. This is of course bullshit, absolute bullshit. And then she says, that's why we need a common approach. If isolation wasn't the solution 100 years ago, how can it be today in such an interconnected world? Oh man. Common approach, first of all. You know, she's talking about agreeing with Angela Merkel. She wants borders to be open. And if you don't agree with her, then you're a nationalist and you're isolating yourself, you see? Common approach. And then the word isolation. Yeah, this is devious. Yeah, really, isolation. As if protecting your borders is isolation, and having good trade deals with other nations, this is isolation, you see? See what she's doing here, she's trying to do. Yeah, I think they have these groups, you see, they chat and they make plans. And you will find members there like Guy Verhofstadt, you know, the Trudeau guy, and Tony Blair. Yeah, there were 2 subscribers who objected to me mentioning Tony Blair because it made them sick. And I totally understand this. But I can't help myself. It's just a fun name. And this guy is just too much, Tony Blair. And you will find the Clintons and Obama, Macron, of course. You know, they are all members. And we have many Swedish politicians as members, I'm sure. You know, I think there are differences between globalists. I noticed this recently. In Sweden we have at least 3 very famous politicians who are hardcore globalists. And they even upset the not so hardcore globalists, you see? Because they are too much, you see. And they are, of course, the socialist leader, Stefan Löfven. But then we have the Center Party leader, Annie Lööf, and the Liberal Party leader, Jan Björklund. And you can see this, they are just too much. Even other globalists are getting upset, you see. And they are taking big risks right now, these guys. You know, Sweden is trying to get a government, and they are stopping it. And they don't care, they don't give a fuck about Sweden. And this is so obvious. All they care about is to stop the nationalists. That's all they talk about. So they are taking big risks right now because, you know, the Liberal Party, for instance, well, that's the best example. The chairman, Jan Björklund, he's like a machine. He just wants to stop the nationalists. And by doing this, he's stopping a sort of right-wing government. That's what he's doing. So even his own people are protesting now. You know, they don't like this. And they didn't do well in the election. They got, I think, 5.5%, I think, in the election. And if they get less than 4%, they will be kicked out of Parliament. And they are trying now to form a government, and it doesn't look good at all because of these globalists stopping everything that has anything to do with the nationalists. So there might be a new election. No. And it just shows you, they don't care about Sweden, they don't care about their own parties even. They just care about one thing, and that is to stop nationalists. They want to do their job, you see, as they have been ordered to do. It's crazy stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, and another, I just have to mention this. There's another member of these groups. It's the Spanish Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez. He's now urging Britain to call a second EU referendum, after warning Brexit would be painful for both the UK and Brussels. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Painful. It's an interesting word, isn't it? I know it is painful for Brussels. It is. UK will be fine. Absolutely fine. This pain that he's talking about, it doesn't apply to the UK, I'm sure. They will be totally fine. Alright, that's it. Bye.